Today on the channel, we've got a long overdue review. Today, we're looking at Transformers Legacy Evolution Metalhawk, the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, Transformers fans? The way I got it figured, back with another Transformers Legacy Evolution review. This time, we're looking at the Wave 2 Voyager Metalhawk. And this review has been a long time coming. I've had him for forever. I did twin cast, I think last month or the month before last, whatever it was. I had them both since, I don't know, May or something like that when they first came out. And for different reasons, I just never got around to reviewing them. You've probably seen, if you watch the channel regularly, I already had Metalhawk in a stop motion and everything. But he never got a review. So I'm doing the review now. And, you know, here he is. So Metalhawk is a heavy retool of Transformers Kingdom Voyager class Cyclonus, which is another awesome figure. And we're going to look at Metalhawk and how he's working as opposed to Cyclonus. Of course, we're going to do everything we always do. Go over the box, go over the figure, show them in alt mode, and get you out of here with some final thoughts. So, first things first, we're going to look at the box. You got a nice rendering of Metalhawk's jet mode. Some action shots on the side. Your normal Legacy box art for Evolution. Your QR code. So I'll leave that there for you to get. And then on the back, you see him with his weapons and Transformers in 18 steps. And his Evo fusion mode is that you put the two guns together like I have them here. Which actually I really just did it just for storage so that they essentially didn't have to be in two places. But that's what his gimmick is. And that is your look at the packaging. So looking at Metalhawk, you know, he's a retool of Cyclonus, so he's already got good bones, so to speak. And I do like how they gave him a whole different chest piece, different head, and even changed out the arms and stuff to make them look, you know, just make him look just different enough that he's a different guy. Shoulders are different, knees are different. But we'll compare him with Cyclonus a little bit later. And you see on his back, from the back side, you know, his wings are different than Cyclonus's, and his cockpit, there's no faux cockpit there. And Metalhawk's an interesting character because he started out as a pretender in 1988 in Japan, and he was sort of like the leader of the pretenders. His function is like space commander, so he's like commander of space forces and everything like that. So, you know, he's a pretty high-ranking dude, fairly powerful dude. You know, maybe not Optimus Prime powerful, but up there. And in IDW, they did different things, you know, completely different take on the character. But he's a cool character, and, you know, in his own way, he is a G1 original. So I was all over that when I got him. I do feel bad that it took me this long to get to the review. So next thing we'll do is transform him into his jet mode and check that out. So here we have Metalhawk in his jet mode, and his transformation, while somewhat different than Cyclonus, it's still a fairly enjoyable transformation. Not you know, not super difficult or anything like that. Not, you know, minimal use of tabs, a couple of tabs, but not like some other figures that they've produced lately. Just a couple of tabs, you know. So turns out pretty cool. All of his accessories are, you know, fit on him. Maybe, you know, I wish they could have done something to where he would still have use of the guns in jet mode. But, you know, he's an Autobot, not a Decepticon. But, you know, his jet mode is, you know, pretty decent. And everything's very neat. So there you go. Not terrible. Serviceable jet mode if you like to keep things in alt mode. I do not, but there you go. All right, so let's get them back, transform back, and do some comparisons. All right, for comparison, we have Kingdom Cyclonus here with Metalhawk. And you can see they have, you know, a lot of the same features. The arms are the same. The thighs are the same. But pretty much everything else, you know, it's just engineering. It's not exactly the same parts. So, you know, it's a really good retool. It comes from the same figure, but it's not really using the same part. So I think it's cool for next year's Legacy United. Metalhawk will be getting another release. In a way, I almost wish I just waited for that, but you know, it's over. I got them. It's done. You know, it's not like the figure's not going to change. One thing I forgot to do in the vehicle section, because I noted that you can't really, you know, have access to the guns while he's in jet mode, but you can do like this and stick the guns underneath the wings at the expense of having tail fins. But hey, you know, they're Transformers. They can sort of put their parts wherever they need to put them. So you can do that. And so you can have some weapons in jet mode. So that will do it for comparisons. I'm going to get this gun back together and move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Evolution Voyager class Legacy Metalhawk. So I really like this figure. You know, I'm glad I finally got around to reviewing him. He takes the Cyclonus mode and actually manages to, I don't want to call him better than Cyclonus, but I don't want to call him worse either. He's about equal to Cyclonus, but different. You know, they really did a good job of re-engineering the same figure. It's sort of genius sometimes what they can do with these things. Even though I didn't point it out before, he does have a little bit more hollowness than Cyclonus, just based on how the arms have to work for this version of the transformation. But you know, it's still a great figure. I'm gonna give him an 8. Since he's since he's using reused parts, he's not quite his own guy, but it is close enough for government work. All right, so unfortunately, there's not going to be a stop motion at the end of this one. In fact, the other Transformers reviews that I have to do this month aren't going to have stop motions either, because the space that I use to do my reviews, I'm going to have to give it up for the Christmas tree. You know, I have 4 kids and a wife, so we got to observe the holiday. But I am working on something big in that regard. And in January, the stop motions in Transformers videos will resume. So this is just temporary. It's not forever. It's just, you know, for what gets reviewed this month. So that's going to do it. If you guys have been rocking with me, keep rocking with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want to thank all the new subscribers from this week and last week. If I didn't mention you, I certainly appreciate the follows. And I do strive to keep the content quality. So I'll be on the lookout for more videos. And I will see everybody on the next one. Everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.